Today, I'm going to take you through a day in my life as a non-elite runner. I think the first thing that I should mention is that although this day was technically a weekday, a Wednesday, with everything that's been going on, all the days are kind of the same these days. And this day did start out a little bit differently for me in the fact that I slept in. The weather's been changing pretty dramatically, being like unseasonably warm or unseasonably cold. And so that kind of wreaks havoc on my sinuses and my breathing and my sleep. And so I slept in today a little bit, then hopped on a live stream. Did that for half an hour. After that, the next thing I did was I sat down to what I think was my second breakfast for the day. My wife has been making bread in our bread machine lately, so I put some sun butter on that while the girls were kind of like finishing up their breakfast and relaxing and kind of easing into the day. I watched a Surgeon General make a video about a no-sew mask out of t-shirt like cotton material, and his ended up being like 4 layers of material that a person would be breathing through. So I feel like this kind of t-shirt method I thought would work well, and I gave it a shot. I don't think it's really all that different to me than breathing through a buff, and so I think I'm just going to keep using buffs. But the buffs that I have for the girls don't always fit, or they easily slide down, or they don't like to wear them. And so the t-shirts and the no-sew kind of like face masks that I've been making, those are mainly for the girls to use if they ever go out. After that, I think we actually did have lunch, and I don't remember what we had, but while the girls, like once I get the girls like set up eating, I do let them kind of relax after they eat, and then I was back in the kitchen for more dishwashing. Then after lunch, we sat down. The baby wanted to kind of just do her own thing and play a little bit, and so I took the opportunity to read to my daughter. We've been reading the Harry Potter books. I skipped my workout in the morning to sleep in, and so I thought I kind of like today was going to be a rest day, but since the girls were like playing so nicely, I thought that I would hop on the bike for a little bit. The girls found it interesting too, because they like to play around with the GoPro camera, and so the baby and my daughter took turns kind of like filming me and stuff like that. While I was on there, I hopped into Seth's live stream of him raising money for people who are affected and can't pay their own rent, and so I was able to donate some money while I was on the bike, and I was also able to hop into the chat and chat with a whole bunch of you guys there. After the live stream and then after hopping on the bike, I did start making dinner. The baby tried to help, as she always likes to do. Playing in her own kitchen is one of her favorite things to do. And so whenever I can find a way to get her involved in cooking actual dinner, I try to do that as well. Some days she's more helpful and interested than others, but today she was pretty interested. She wanted to peel the onion, and so I let her kind of like do that for a while. Today's dinner was a weird hodgepodge meal of just things that I thought we should be eating. to like eat up in our house. So I cut up some potato wedges and we had some beans, some pinto beans. So that was like beans and potatoes for dinner. I did try to squeeze in a little bit of yoga stretching just for a little bit while dinner was going. And the baby also wanted to get involved in that as well, but the TV was also on, so she got distracted pretty easily. Not that successful in getting a yoga session in, maybe like 10 minutes. That was about it. But by then, my wife had finished work for the day. She had a work Zoom happy hour for a little bit, but she was able to join us for dinner, and we're just kind of relaxing. Everyone was kind of giggling at my attempt at a mustache, so that was pretty funny. And then it was 8 o'clock, which in the neighborhood here is like the shift change for the hospitals, and we live very close to a hospital here, and so everyone opens their windows, starts making a whole bunch of noise supporting those healthcare workers. It's something that my girls have really been enjoying, although they're still really confused as to why we're doing it, but they're not going to object to an opportunity to flicker the lights, get some of their like strobe light magic wand things and yell out the window and cheer. So they're loving that, and I think it's pretty cool to hear the neighborhood getting together, because we're all in high rises. It's like a ghost town here for the most part, but it's nice to kind of feel that connection, to remember that there's still all these people, all our neighbors are still around us.
Yo, what's going on?